Hey, it's Patricia Ann Landon, Regali, Chief Little Flower, coming at you from the insanity of a Truman Show, somewhere on the wild web, along with other targeted individuals, Kiwi Farms and the such, being targeted right now, showcased and perused and psychologically tormented, where other targeted individuals have become snuff films. Concurrently with the upright world web here on YouTube. At the time of this recording, it is October 2024, and it is Tuesday. I mean, sometimes you just have to be happy for no goddamn reason at all. But I have plenty of reasons to be happy for. I'm like, no, I'm really thankful for my life. I'm thankful to have, I don't know if the term jailbreak would be the appropriate term. I'm going to have to research that. But I have broken free of the Matrix. Motherfuckers. Yes, I have. And some might even say an ascended master. I'm like, that's so fucking funny, man. I mean, it's one foot forward, in front of the other, in front of the other, in front of the other. You just keep on swimming, just keep on swimming. And then all of a sudden, when you look up, it's, oh, I did a thing. I did a thing. I did a thing. I broke free of the Matrix, became an ascended master, and there was something else there. Became an ascended master. Broke free. Oh, yeah. Became a generational curse breaker for my lineage. So what have you done? We're pointedly to the gang stalkers. The rest of us are just trying to survive those assholes. Every day that we wake up, that's a thing. Especially if you're being targeted. Man, it was like I had become an empty nester, not because I wanted to, but it was COVID, and it was crazy. It was just COVID. Let's just keep it at that. It was COVID. And then so when I became an empty nester, it wasn't because I wanted to per se, but that's a different chapter of my life. But I ended up one, and then ended up taking in, long story short, a temporary assignment as a travel paramedic to Denton, and worked in Denton Medical Center, the hospital, and got work mobbed there. And it was like, so Patricia, what are you going to do with your life now? Well, now that I'm an empty nester, I think I'm going to try to save the world from the gang stalking. Yeah. How are you going to do that, Patricia? I don't know. I guess I'll just make videos and bring attention to it. And hopefully, people will wake up and say, God damn, that's a horrible thing. Maybe I should try to protect myself and my lineage. So that's kind of what happened here. But I'm still making the videos because nobody has brought an abolishment date yet for the gang stalking. So until that happens, I just have to keep on keeping on, which is how we get here. But you know, to whittle it down, to bring it to its base nature, I guess in mathematics, we would call that reduction, reducing a fraction, reducing, a variable. It's not so much a variable, but not mathematics. It's kind of like black and white, more or less. But then when it comes to all of this gang stalking, when you think gang stalking, now here's the clincher, guys, that you really have to consider. I had to close the door. This is very private. Is that this is satanic sacrifice culture. I mean, have you ever wondered how come you never see buildings that are like, Satan? If you want to be a Satanist, come on in. Get you hooked up. Teach you what you're all about. And if you want to make a little money, all you have to do is abuse people, and you can make all the money you want. As long as you're okay with abusing people, and you're fine with getting paid to abuse people, well, goddamn, get on in here. We need people like you. We need good people like you that's willing to abuse people for some money. Don't question it. Just do it. So basically, boom, satanic sacrifice culture. So that's the whole point of it. It's not like you have gang stalking, which is like, oh, we're just going to mess with this person and just kind of like make their life a loving hell and watch them because, we're jerks and we like to watch people's lives go corrupt. But to watch people's lives go corrupt, it has an end game. And the end game is to cash out your human from existence. So they earn satanic sacrifice. Let me remember the trifecta plus the bonus. They earn satanic sacrifice prizes. And then they earn sudden wealth payouts by premeditated murder with getting the life insurance policies. If you know people that are moving, say like you're the sandwich in a generation and you're taking care of your children and you're taking care of the adults, watch out for those fuckers that are gang stalkers. They're going to move the adults, take them out of their home, put them in home, and probably just psyop them to death. But then when they're older and they got dementia anyway, who's really going to know? There you go. You got to watch out for those fuckers. And it's like, oh, look, our elder died. But then they're all like cashing them out, You got to watch out for the gang stalkers that are taking their parents out of their homes against their will and then having them live in assisted care facility or a geriatric facility or a convalescent home in the other. And then the parent is probably like, I want to stay in my house. Bitch, if they want to stay in their house, let them stay in their house. That's not for you to decide. Unless, of course, you're a gang stalker and you want to cash out on them. I mean, because it's a blood sacrifice. This is what we're dealing with, America. Is we have a satanic sacrifice culture here. And so, but, the trifecta, the primary being the satanic sacrifice prizes they get. And then the secondary is the life insurance policy scams. I'm like, if you have parents that have been taken out of their homes and put in, convalescent homes or under the same roof, did those folks know whether or not they really have an insurance policy out on them? I'm just curious because I think there should be an audit there. And then, so everybody gets sudden wealth payouts. Woohoo! All of that abuse finally paid off because the target finally fucking died already. God damn. We thought they were just hanging on and they weren't falling for all of the sinister abuse tactics, but they sure were getting paid to abuse somebody for money. Y'all are diabolic. And then don't forget the tertiary of the trifecta, which is organ harvesting on the black market. Me as a $1 billion baby, a $1 billion pinata, my procured organs would enlist up to $1 billion. So let's not even talk about the life insurance scams that these assholes, taking policies out on me. Those sudden wealth payouts. Man, the coup de grace here is the freaking black market of the wonderful organ harvesting. $1 billion there, bitches. And I'm impoverished. How about that? Fuck you. and then let's not forget the bonus, which happens to be the energy harvesting. And my energy is so juicy. You got a lot of ass wipes out there that's trying to knock me off my square so that they can try to claw their way to my energy. Not gonna work, bitches. So, but when you, this is the takeaway here, America. That's that when you think gang stalking, think satanic sacrifice culture. They're not trying to fuck with people just to get a laugh. They're fucking with people to cash them out. So everybody participating in like, oh, I'm a dumb idiot. I like to abuse people for money. Oh, those are your gang stalkers. They're the ones doing the unholy, dirty rat shakedown. Why do you think they all go get their training? I'm all like, okay, if you really are a Christian family, how come you do not go to church together? Oh, that's because you're going to clown college. You guys are like, I'll abuse people for some money. Fuck yeah. What? As long as I can get away with it, I'll do it. Bitches, you went to go get your training from your goddamn clown coach. Well, that's the organized part of your RICO crime, which are all felonies, which are all hate crimes. When you go get your training for it, that seals the nail in the coffin. You don't have to be caught doing it. You were caught getting the organized part of your organized hate crimes. So when you do the dirty, when you abuse people for money, you don't have to be caught red-handed doing that. You were caught red-handed when you accepted payment for going to go get your stupid clown college psyop assignments of your organized crimes. Those are all felonies, bitches. Those are all hate crimes, and they're all organized hate crimes, which enlist the bias of molesting children. Y'all enable that. Which enlist the bias of sex trafficking, prostitution ring, which enlist pedophilia. I mean, who do you think you get your clown coach psyop assignment from whenever you go get the organized part of your RICO crime? They're pedophiles, bitches. Those are your Satanists right there. And then, if you think you're not being tailed, expect with regards to my case, if you happen to be so overinflated with ego to think nobody is watching me and those around me, you all are the most placated, self-entitled, greediest little bastards. Be like, oh my God, I'll abuse somebody for money. I'll exploit somebody's trust for money. I wouldn't. But the good news is I know how to forgive. But when I forgive, it's not permissive of bypassing karma. I'm a big advocate of that karma part, because without it, how are you going to learn? But at this point in the game of Auschwitz 2.0, I would just like for all of you guys to hit reset, get right with yourselves. Because you guys, your fate right now is not ambiguous. You all are dead, don't even know it. You get the choice, if you choose, of being judged by 6, judged by 12, or carried by 6. It's as simple as that. But it's that cycle you all have. Everything's cool, sucker jab. Everything's cool, sucker jab. Everything's cool, sucker jab. Meanwhile, you go get your RICO crime organized part of your PSYOP assignments. Because, sure, I'll abuse somebody for some money. I'll abuse people for money. I'll take advantage of people's kindness for money. Tripe. So, with the proliferation of all of this gang stalking, it's important for America to really comprehend and wake up and wrap your brain around this. It is satanic sacrifice culture. It is a sacrifice culture. I'm going to say that again. It is a sacrifice culture. So whenever you hobnob with all of these gang stalkers, bitches, which ones are the satanic practicing ass whores? I mean, I'm sure they would rope in some people, be like, to break them in, like, hey, as long as you don't mind abusing people, you can earn some money. And then they're like lukewarm Christians, and they're like, okay. And then you indoctrinate them into Satanism, which usually includes one of those parties where you guys abuse children and minors, videotape the acts, and then hold that over the heads of everybody. So, but the end game there is to destroy their target, because it is a satanic sacrifice culture. So whenever you just learn to wake up to the ideology of gang stalking, you're still behind. You're still a day late and $1 short to catch you up to speed. Is for you to realize that the gang stalking is sacrifice culture. It's cashing people out to get fake rich. Meanwhile, while they're psyoping, psychologically tormenting their target, it's like, I'll abuse people for money. I'll abuse people for money. I'll abuse people for money. Meanwhile, it's a satanic sacrifice culture. That's what gang stalking endgame is all about. So watch out for you satanic members. Your own will pick you off too. There's stories on the internet. You could research it. That could be any one of you. So I'm just trying to drive the point home here for everybody to wake up to the existence of all of this gang stalking. And at the end of that timeline, for the people participating in it, you all are dead, don't even know it. You will be carried by 6 or judged by 12. Pick your poison. But for the others that are just now starting to get a clue, you're way behind, hun. It's not even, is gang stalking real? It's a freaking satanic sacrifice culture. It is so bad that even police departments will protect the best interest of The gang stalking, they participate in that. They like to cash out people for money, money, money. Sure, I'll abuse people for money. That's your cops, as evidenced by a lack of subjective-objective protocol to protect targeted individuals, to protect gang-stalked individuals. That's your objective proof. Nonetheless, Patricia Ann Landon Regali, Chief Little Flower, wanting America to wake up and see the gang stalking for what it is. It is a sacrifice culture. It's not just punking people for shits and giggles. This is a wireless, touchless, fenceless Auschwitz 2.0 concentration camp, where the end game is, I'll abuse people for money. Hey, you want to abuse people for money? Come on, let's abuse people for money and piss away the civil liberties our patriot fathers had died and spilled their blood into the soil for. Entitled little shits that you are. Disrespectful little shits that you are. So, unless you decide to reform, I pray God smites you all right where you are and lets you be overtaken by your own karma, because we have enough parasites as it is that are, I'll abuse people for money. I'll abuse people for money. I'll get other people to gang stalk other targets and abuse them for money. Y'all are dirty rat bastards, man. Reform or get the fuck out of the way.